Let me give you guys the biggest key for the Chicago Bears in order for them to get a victory on Sunday Night Football against the Houston Texans. So what is going on, y'all, guys? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me out a lot when you do so. Best way to support the channel, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Let's get into this, people. All right, so here we go. I'm going to give you guys just one major key for the Chicago Bears to get a victory on Sunday Night Football against the Houston Texans. Now, full disclosure, I have already made my prediction for this game. You guys can go check out my recent videos. I do so every single week, give you guys a preview and prediction for every Bears game. And I have the Bears losing in this one. I have no shame in saying that, folks. You know me. I like to be objective here. I have the Bears losing in this game. You want my full thoughts on it? Go check out that video. But the reason I bring that up is because even though I have the Bears losing, there is ways for the Bears, of course, to win this game. The Texans aren't unbeatable. They're not the Chiefs. They're not world beaters out here. You can beat this team. Now, they're solid. They were a playoff team last year, and it's not going to be easy, but it can be done. So what is that one major key? It's offensive line play. All right? And it's not just as simple as that. I'll explain. We'll start with the fact that, why am I saying offensive line play? Well, in week one against the Tennessee Titans, the offensive line play was pretty abysmal, right? Especially on the interior. Now, in this game against the Texans, the pressure is mainly going to come from the outside with reigning Defensive Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson, and Danielle Hunter, all right? And last week against the Colts, they combined for 3 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a pass deflection, all right? They didn't record a sack, but the Texans as a team had 2 sacks. So this pass rush is no joke as well. So to me, the reason why I say the offensive line play is so key here is because you potentially are going to be missing 2 of your top 3 receivers in Rome Odunze and Keenan Allen. We don't know if they're going to play. They're questionable. You are going ahead and dealing with a team that is not going to give up the football the same way the Titans did with Will Levis at quarterback. Mark my words, CJ Stroud is not going to give you guys some dumb, boneheaded pick sixes. Now, I hope he throws a pick six, but it's not going to be that boneheaded type that Will Levis threw. Now, as far as like the block punt, those things, you can't really count on those every single week. So my point being here is you are not going to get points handed to you by the Texans the same way the Titans did. Now, we could still have, the Texans offense struggle because I believe that much in our defense, especially our secondary, that I believe we can neutralize CJ Stroud, but he's not going to turn the football over and give us easy free points is what I'm saying. So that makes it much more important for you to be able to score on offense, and there's going to be more of an emphasis on the offense. You cannot just have the offense sit around this week like they did last week and do nothing and still win the game. All right? And how did the Colts win last week? They won last week by beating the Texans deep. All right? Anthony Richardson only completed 9 passes, but they still won because they were able to beat the Texans deep. Alec Pierce had a big game. So how do you replicate that? You need the O-line to hold up so that Caleb can beat the Texans defense deep. So guys can actually have the routes develop, right? It can't be ball snapped and pressure right in your face. You're never going to be able to obviously, throw deep when that happens. So to me, that's why it's so key here. All right, so Shane Waldron, you got to go ahead and get creative here. The play calling is going to be even more key here because if the offensive line struggles, you got to find a way to mitigate it. Let's get some tight ends in there to chip and help block. Let's go ahead and get the ball out quick, but not just horizontally, right? Caleb had the fastest time to throw in week 1, but let's get the ball out quick in a way where we're pushing it still downfield and not just screen passes, etc. So this is why Shane Waldron gets paid the big bucks, right? That's why you brought him in here. You find a way to do so. But yeah, man, like the offensive line, I have confidence in Darnell Wright. Braxton Jones was decent last week. You're going to have, obviously, Tevin Jenkins out there. And then really the weaknesses is Coleman Shelton and Nate Davis. So I really hope they hold up here, but that's going to be the main key here. The offensive line play is going to be the key. And if they struggle, folks, Caleb is going to struggle, and this offense is going to struggle. Point blank, period. If the offensive line plays really well, I believe we're going to put up a lot of points. It's as easy as that. So to me, that is the biggest key in this game. At the end of the game, I'd be curious, win, lose, or draw, whatever the result is, you can link it back to how the offensive line played. So if the Bears lose, they probably played really bad. If the Bears win, they probably played pretty solid. It's as simple as that. I know, I'm trying to make it more simple than it needs to be, but it really is. You don't have to complicate it more. I trust Caleb Williams to get the ball out quick and hopefully get it out accurately and clean up his mistakes, but he just needs to be given some time. All right? That's it. So hopefully the O-line holds up here against Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson of the Texas pass rush, but there's only one way to find out, and that's on Sunday Night Football. So let's see what happens. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree as my biggest key for the Bears to get a victory on Sunday being the play of the offensive line? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.